following tools are needed to carry out a proper repair job. A Torx key for the seat mounting bolts. Special tool 11-3-380. Adapter cable 61-2-070 for adjusting the seat out of the car. For withdrawing the pins leading to the backrest heater, special tool 61-1-132 from special set 61-1-150. For withdrawing the plug from the controller, special tool 61-1-160. Upholstery pliers 52-0-050 for inserting the new upholstery clips. A multimeter for testing the microswitches. A compressed air tacker type SJSG for fixing the upholstery clips. The sports seat also requires a hand tacker type L4CS. And a torque wrench for the seat belt and seat mounting bolts, seat rail and adjusting bar screws. Adjust the backrest to the upright position, lower the seat squab as far as it will go and remove the headrest. Put the seat as far back as it will go. If the electric seat adjustment is not operable, the seat can still be adjusted mechanically. Remove the front seat attachment bolts using special tool 11-3-380. Put the seat as far forward as it will go and raise it to its maximum height. Then remove the rear seat attachment bolts. Remove the left and right hand clips. Take off the cover and disconnect the plugs. Adjust the steering wheel to its maximum height and as far forward as it will go. Lower the side windows at front and rear and cover the sill to protect it from damage. Together with an assistant, lift the seat out of the car and place it on two wooden blocks running at right angles to the rails. Using special tool 8-3-380, tightening all mounting bolts to a torque of 45 Newton meter. Reconnect the plugs and finally attach the headrest. Attach adapter cable 61-2-070 to the seat and connect it to a 12-volt supply. Lower the seat, recline the seat back and tilt the seat squab until the front is as high as possible. Unclip the front pocket. Loosen the screws and remove the cover. Pull off the adjusting knobs. Remove these screws. Disconnect the plugs and remove the cover. Remove and discard the bolt for the upper belt attachment. remove the clips or screws. Detach the spring and remove the cover together with the length of webbing. Remove the screws on the other side. Disconnect the plug and remove the cover. Remove and discard the bolt for the lower whip. Remove the cover on the other side. To remove the headrest cover, insert the fingers under the sides. Support the front part and unclip the cover at the sides. Now insert the fingers under the rear part and unclip it completely, working towards the top. Remove the screws on the left and right and take off the front cover. Check the clips and catches on both parts of the cover for damage. Damaged covers must be replaced. Remove the caps and undo the screws on the right and the left. Unclip the moulding at the side. Raise it over the backrest release lever and remove it, taking care not to damage it. Now the seat belt can be removed. Cut the cable tie and pull the flexible drive out of its socket. Remove and discard the bolt holding down the automatic belt reel and let the reel hang down. Now remove and discard the screws holding the headrest and lift it completely out of its guide. All discarded screws and bolts must be replaced by new ones when the seat is reassembled. To install the seat belt, lower the seat and recline the backrest. Insert the headrest with the belt. Insert a new bolt and tighten to a torque of 24 Newton meter. Now put the backrest in the upright position and raise the seat. Insert the automatic reel. This lug must pass through this hole. Insert a new bolt and tighten to a torque of 24 Newton meter. Now turn the inner cable of the flexible drive shaft anti-clockwise as far as it will go, and insert the shaft into the socket. There must be no sharp bends in the shaft. Secure the shaft in the socket with a cable tie. The end of the cable tie must point to the side. Now attach the omega clip. Attach the two side covers together with a length of webbing. Attach the backrest moulding. These hooks must engage with these eyes. Clip the moulding in at the sides. Tighten the screws and replace the caps. Pass the seat belt through the headrest cover and attach the cover. Tighten the inner screw first to center the cover. Then attach the rear part of the headrest cover. The three clips must click together audibly. Now attach the belt mounting. The pin must mate with the recess. Insert a new bolt and tighten to a torque of 45 Newton-meter. Unlock the backrest and tilt it forwards and back again. The belt must not lock up. Next, attach the lower whip, again ensuring that the pin mates with the recess. Insert a new bolt and tighten to a torque of 45 Newton-meter. Connect the plug. Attach the right-hand cover and tighten the screws. Plug in the memory switch on the other side. Secure the plug and leads with a cable tie. And insert the memory switch in the side cover. Connect the plugs and replace the side cover. Tighten the screws. Attach the operating knobs, making sure that the curved arrows are at the front. Finally, insert the front cover. Tighten the screws and clip on the pocket. A functional check must be carried out before the seat is reinstalled in the car. Put the backrest in the upright position. And raise the seat to its maximum. Unlock the backrest and tilt it forwards. In this position, pull out the belt until it locks and measure the free length. It should be between 300 and 450 millimeter. Tilt the backrest until it locks. Then pull the belt out fully and let it return. It must rewind completely without any extraneous noises. Now pull the belt with a jerk. It must lock up straight away. It must not be possible to pull the locked belt more than a maximum of 10 millimeter out of the shoulder attachment. If it can be pulled further than this, it is not fully functional and must be replaced. The backrest must be upright before a visual inspection can be carried out to ensure that the linkage is not deformed. The linkage and the triangular bell crank must be absolutely straight. If either is deformed, these parts must be replaced. Do not attempt to straighten them. To replace the linkage, loosen the screws holding the backrest cushion and press the cushion forward. Remove and discard the circlips and securing washers. Push the lower end of the bell crank aside and pull out the bolt. Pull the linkage to the rear, at the same time pressing the backrest cushion forwards. Withdraw the bell crank from the pin. Remove the screws. Using a block of hardwood, tap the complete guide gently upwards until it can be removed. To reinsert the linkage, first attach a cable tie to the linkage. Then insert it with the guide into the backrest frame. Feeding the end of the cable tie through this hole. Tap the guide in until it is flush with the frame. Tighten the screw and tighten this bolt to a torque of 25 Newton meter. Remove the cable tie. Push the backrest cushion forward and insert a new bell crank. Match up the hole in the linkage with that in the bell crank and insert the pin. Insert a new spring washer, circlip and retaining washer. Press the backrest cushion into place and tighten the screws. Attach a cable tie. Its length must be chosen so that when the backrest is tipped or adjusted, the Bowden cable for the backrest lock cannot be trapped between the linkage and the frame. Now move the seat to its maximum and its minimum height. The guide must move smoothly in and out without any extraneous noises. The Bowden cable must remain free at all times. To remove the motor that reclines the backrest, first cut the cable ties and remove the screws. Detach the motor and let it hang loose on the drive shafts. These do not normally need to be detached. If the seat frame is being replaced, the drive shafts are already fitted to the motor. If the motor needs to be replaced, cut the cable ties, remove the left and right hand screws, detach the securing plates, disconnect the plug and pull the drive shafts out of the motor. To remove the backrest moulding and cushion, first disconnect the plugs, detach the relays and sockets, remove the omega clip and disconnect the black plug for the backrest heater. The leads for the heater have to be detached from the plug. First unlatch the pins by squeezing the plug like this, and at the same time push the inner part with a small screwdriver. Now the pins can be removed using special tool 61-1-132. Push the tool over the pin until it meets with resistance. The leads can then be pulled out easily. Then loosen the left and right hand screws. Some seats have a clip at this point, which must also be removed. If the seat has a lumbar support, then detach the lead from the omega clip and withdraw the pump for the inflatable cushion. Then pull the backrest forwards and lift it carefully out of position. To remove the motor for adjusting the height of the seat, first raise the seat squab at the front. Cut the cable ties and remove the screws. Detach the motor and let it hang loose on the drive shafts. Normally, these do not have to be removed. If the seat frame is being replaced, the drive shafts are attached to the motor beforehand. If the motor needs to be replaced, remove the left and right hand screws. Detach the securing plates. Pull the drive shafts out of the motor. Then cut the cable ties leading to the controller. And remove the plug from the controller using special tool 61-1-160. Unclip the control unit for the seat adjustment. Then release the catch on the plug and remove it. Cut the cable tie and remove the plug from the memory switch. Now withdraw the cable harness from the seat molding. Remove the retaining clips on the left and right. Withdraw the pins. Lift the seat squab and remove the clips. Now unclip the seat squab at the rear and remove it. Now we come to the motor for the fore and aft movement. Like the others, this motor is already attached to a replacement seat, so does not normally need to be removed. However, if the motor needs to be removed, disconnect adapter cable 612070. Disconnect the plug. Remove the wire clip. And the screws. Take off the motor and withdraw the drive shafts. The motor for adjusting the seat squab angle does not normally need to be removed. If the seat is being replaced, it is already attached. If it is necessary to replace the motor, the seat squab must be tilted up at the front as far as it will go. Cut the cable ties and remove the screws and bolts. Swivel the retaining plate down. And withdraw the motor. To remove the seat rails, the screws on the left and right must be removed. It is normally also necessary to remove the cable ties and plug for the motor, as in the case of the motor for fore and aft adjustment. Replacing the microswitches. To remove the microswitches for unlocking the backrest, detach the spring. Cut the cable tie. Remove the securing clip and withdraw the microswitch. The switch on the other side is removed in the same way. Do not dismantle the mechanism for locking the backrest. The microswitches are marked with an R and an L for the right hand and left hand sides respectively. To insert a microswitch, first raise the backrest release knob, then insert the microswitch. Insert the retaining clip and click it into place. Attach the cable tie and the return spring. The procedure is the same for the left-hand microswitch, except that it does not have a return spring. Finally, check the microswitches. Attach a multimeter to the pins leading to each microswitch in turn and operate the backrest release knob. The microswitches are functioning correctly if the resistance of the left-hand switch lies between 560 and 570 ohm when the knob is operated, and between 1170 and 1190 ohm when the knob is released again. In the case of the right-hand microswitch, the value must be approximately 0 ohm when the knob is operated and between 610 and 630 ohm when it is released. Now we install the motor for the seat squab angle. Turn the bar firmly against the spring pressure and insert the motor. Then rotate the retaining plate down into position and tighten the bolts. Next, tip the seat and tighten these screws. Insert the controller tighten the screws and connect the plugs in their color-coded positions. To install the motor for the seat fore and aft movement, First insert the ends of the flexible drive shafts into the motor. Fit the wire clip and click it into place. Attach the plug and tighten the attachment bolts. Tilt the seat back to the upright position. Attach adapter cable 61270. Connect the switch unit for the seat adjustment and carry out a functional check over the complete range of adjustment. No extraneous noises which might indicate friction or obstructions must be audible. Now we show you how to replace the heating element after removing the backrest cushion. Peel back the edge trim on the fabric cover at top and bottom. And remove the clips on the rear of the backrest. To avoid any damage, press the parts of the cushion far apart when cutting through the clips on the front. Now remove the middle part of the cushion. In the case of seats with an inflatable lumbar cushion, it can now be removed. Make sure no pieces of clip remain. Remove the clips on the left and right. And pull out the left and right hand piping rods. Next, turn over the cushion, remove the clips, and take off the fabric cover. Then the heating element can be removed. Make sure no pieces of clip remain in the foam padding. Now the new element is installed. Lay it on the padding as shown. Replace the fabric cover and attach it with new upholstery clips using special tool 520050. Caution, take care not to damage the wires in the heating element. Turn the cushion. And insert the piping rods. Fix the fabric cover using a hand tacker tool L4CS and this shape of upholstery staple. Note, the hand tacker for the special upholstery staples is needed only for the sports seat. If you do not have this tacker in your workshop, glue the cover using roof lining adhesive and fix it using normal upholstery clips and special tool 520050. If the middle portion of the cushion does not have piping rods on both sides, then the cushion is glued to the backrest moulding at the top and bottom. Now insert the middle portion of the cushion in the backrest moulding, taking care that the wires pass through to the other side. Then attach the trim strips at top and bottom. Finally, insert upholstery clips on the rear of the backrest using special tool 520050. In the case of seats with piping rods, attach them to the wires with upholstery clips using the same tool. Again, press the parts of the cushion far apart to avoid damaging them. To replace the heating element in the squab of a sports seat, the thigh support must be completely extended. Spread the parts of the cushion far apart, cut the clips, and remove all pieces of clip. Turn the seat over and remove the clips on the underside. Remove the screws on the thigh support, then take off the seat cushion. From now on, the procedure is the same as for the heating element in the backrest. Now the motor for the thigh support can be removed. Remove the clips from the side cushion. Then remove these staples. Make sure no pieces remain, then take off the fabric cover. Turn the seat over and remove these screws. Rotate the foam padding to one side and remove the screws. Now the thigh support can be pulled out. To replace the motor, remove the screws and detach the motor. Refitting is the reverse of removal. Attach the motor and tighten the screws. Insert the thigh support. Turn the seat and tighten the screws. Now insert the foam cushion, first inserting this projection in the hole in the moulding. Then tighten the screws. Then fit the fabric cover and attach it with upholstery clips using special tool 520050. The outer edges of the cover are fixed using compressed air tacker SJSG and 6mm staples. Make sure the seam is straight. Insert the seat cushion, making sure the wires pass through to the other side. Now attach the seat cushion to the moulding using upholstery clips and special tool 520050 as for the backrest cushion. Finally, insert the screws holding the thigh support and tighten them. Place the complete seat cushion in place and clip it at the back. Insert the left and right hand pins and then the securing clips. Before installing the motor for the seat height adjustment, first insert the flexible drive shafts, then insert the motor in its mounting. Make sure the small spacer blocks are already in place. Then attach the securing plates, pointing in opposite directions. Insert the screws. And tighten them. Now connect the remaining plugs and carry out a functional check. No extraneous noises should be audible. Then attach the wiring harness with cable ties at the white marks. Disconnect the plug at the seat adjustment switch, feed the cable into the seat, and reconnect the plug. Lower the seat as far as it will go and move it right back. Tilt the backrest and attach the fabric to the underside of the seat moulding with upholstery clips using special tool 520050. Fit the complete backrest moulding, inserting it at the top and pressing it down into position. Press the cushion back and tighten the left and right hand bolts. Now we install the motor for reclining the backrest. First insert the ends of the flexible drive in the motor, then insert the motor in its mounting. Make sure the small spacer blocks are already in place, then attach the securing plates pointing in opposite directions. Insert the screws and tighten them. Now attach the sockets and relays to the rear of the seat. Insert the leads for the backrest heater in their plug, noting the order. Red, red and yellow, red, red and yellow. Then lock the pins and insert the plug. Attach the omega clips and cable ties. It is important that the Bowden cable for releasing the backrest cannot be trapped between the triangular bell crank and the frame when the backrest is reclined or tilted. Adjust the length of the cable tie accordingly. Finally, carry out a functional check of the backrest.